The book is a 10-year compilation, and when I heard people talk about how long it took them to put together a book, there was always this mix of fear and wonder. And now I understand, because I think it takes time to not only write and craft poetry and revise it, and also be brave enough to share it, but also to decide what goes with what and how to create a collection. And this is my first book, so what I've done is, for today, I'm sharing a book, the first poem from the book, which is called Mississippi, and it was written in July of 2007. And I'm also sharing the last poem in the book, which was written at the Mississippi headwaters in August of 2017. So in the middle, you will find poems about relationships in my life that have built me, and that is where the title Pieces comes from. So this first one's called The Mississippi, July 2007. We crossed the Mississippi, went west to its muddy waters, but because we couldn't agree, we turned back east again, all in one afternoon. The man who took our family picture didn't know the miles between us. You, me, and the kids, all smiles. Sometimes I'm fooled too. Thing is, I'd waited my whole life to see that river. I wanted to point to it, exclaim, "See? There it is!" But it looked like any other we'd crossed. Then I saw the island. Maybe the same one Twain steered the riverboat around, or where Huck hid when he faked his death. I can see them, Huck and Jim, floating, trailing their fingers in the cold water, hot breeze against their faces, together and alone, knowing they would pay for their hours of freedom, that one day the raft would be gone and the ruse over. But still, they did it. And for a minute, I felt it too. If I could just swim to the surface one time, breathe in the air made for me, reach out my hand to the endless sky, my lungs would stop bursting, and it would be enough to coax me the rest of the way. The next poem is part of this sequence about the relationship of marriage, which, if you have had a mate and it has been a smooth ride with no bumps, I would imagine you're either lying or you purposely were avoiding someone who would help you to grow, or perhaps it's a later marriage and you figured it all out before you picked the next person. I'm not sure which, but ours has not been that smooth ride. However, we are still together, and yeah. Saturday afternoon, Manassas Junction. I've been leaving a long time now. These railroad tracks, if you follow them south 6 miles, run right past our house. And what is our home but a boilerplate of my becoming the one who leaves? Bookcases brimming with titles on how to love yourself more. Novels full of cheating wives, unseeing husbands. A cafe table with 2 chairs I bought but you never wanted. Always trying to write the tale of a romantic couple in love with the same narcissistic vision. But I became more you than me. These railroad tracks would carry me to Richmond, if I let them, where perhaps I could unspool the thread to trace my obsession with living alone, accountable only to myself. Lonely, yes, but also giddy with the freedom I bought by giving you up, by boarding the next train out of here. Today, it is quiet. No commuter cars, fewer travelers use these as through tracks, the cacophony created by wood thrush and lark, not the mighty rumble of steel or on steel cobbled together by wooden ties, not the hiss of brakes and madness of whistle and horn, just the quiet voices of families happier than ours, walking over the empty tracks, and my sometimes sadness as it explodes from my heart, asking if self-reliance will heal it or hurt it more.